All right, Adrian, having just returned from Switzerland, do you have any observations for us?
Yes, in fact, I do. Switzerland is a confederation, a democratic confederation. America used to be a republic, it's now a democracy. Politically, they are very similar. Both have two-chamber systems. Both have reasonable freedom for their citizens. While America has massive natural resources, Switzerland has none. Switzerland has a higher standard of living than America does. I think Switzerland is number 7 in the world, America is number 10. As far as the best places to live in the world, Zurich is 11, Geneva is number 12, the first city in America is Honolulu as number 27. I think that the biggest difference between Switzerland and America that is most obvious when you travel there is infrastructure. In defense of America, infrastructure for America is a very difficult problem because of the size of the country. When you, however, consider that Switzerland is very mountainous, in fact, Switzerland has more mountains than the 30 eastern states of the United States combined. We can see a great difference. Swiss transportation systems are completely integrated. If you take a bus and you want to go to another city, and you would probably do that by train because it's the quickest, cheapest, and most efficient way to do it, the bus will arrive at the train station 3 to 5 minutes before the train departs for the city you're going to. Let me give you an example of how developed their infrastructure is. We were in Klosters, Switzerland, and we wanted to fly to Tampa, Edelweiss Air, Zurich, direct flight to Tampa. Klosters is a village, and that's what all it is. It's not a city, it's a village in the Alps. It's serviced by a narrow gauge rail because normal gauge rails can't function in the Alps. They require too much radius for making turns, so Alpine rails are narrow gauge and they're all private. So we went to the railroad station, to this private railroad, the Ratchibahn, and I said, listen, we're going to fly to Tampa tomorrow. And they said, oh yes, you can have your tickets here, you can deposit your luggage here 24 hours before departure, and you can pick your luggage up in Tampa. You can get your boarding passes here in the railroad station. Now just imagine, this is a village in the Alps. We went to the railroad station at noon, delivered our baggage, got our boarding passes, didn't have to touch our bags until we arrived in Tampa. You can't do that anywhere in America. The entire transportation systems in Switzerland, air, ground, rail, boat, ship, vernaculars, cable cars, everything is seamlessly connected. You can buy a rail pass, gets you anywhere in a country. Rail pass good for a month. You don't pay for tickets, you just go on and show your rail pass. This is, without question, the biggest difference. The second difference is in income. Swiss income is about, on average, $3,000 higher than in America. Taxes, Swiss taxes are much, much lower. Swiss corporate taxes are a fraction of the 30-some percent, 35% that we pay here. Personal income taxes are about 10%. I think these are the biggest differences between Switzerland and America, and they are quite apparent. It's interesting, we were on a funicular in the Alps, and we met some Italian tourists. By the way, there were almost no American tourists in Switzerland. It's too expensive. But there were a lot of Italians, Germans, Austrians. There's a lot of German and Austrians working in Switzerland. About 20% of the nation's labor force is imported foreign labor. So we were talking to this Italian fellow, and I said, well, Switzerland is at least 3 times as expensive as Italy. Why did you come to Switzerland and Italy, from Italy? And he said, first of all, everything works. Everything is on time. I can set my watch with the railroad. Everything is clean. Everything is seamless. And it's a beautiful place. That sums up the difference.